Hey, Shalom Alkins, this is Rukar Makapash from Genius London. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful. Let's push the truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. And I was just I was really going through some articles this morning, and you know, one of the links led me onto the Mirror web page or whatever, right? After I was finished reading the article, I was just scrolling down, scrolling down, and they always got more links, more so-called news at the bottom of articles, and scattered around, right? I'm looking at it, I'm just thinking, oh, because the type of articles or news, like, this is not really news, man. A lot of the shit that they put up uh on these channels and stuff, man, it's not fucking news, man. Fucking talking about relationship gossip and you know all this stupidness, right? And one of the articles was this, they were promote this. They had this article with this couple promoting uh this open relationship that they had going on, and you know how the guy, he suggested to his woman, maybe he used to see other men, and they're going on like, oh, it's our relationship's never been better since we've been sleeping with other people, and all this kind of stuff. Just you know but like wickedness and what's the word I'm looking for, man? It's gone out of my head, man. But you know, disorder. I don't put it like that. I don't know, right? And so yeah, so they all sleeping around. He letting these women sleep around with all different men, committing all kinds of adultery and shit, you know. And it's just like they're promoting it. They're pushing it out there in the world, like, oh. And by the way, this is just some random couple. Like, this is not even like any celebrity or anything like that, right? It's just some fucking random couple in Britain somewhere, um, who basically came into the newspaper and said, "Oh, we want to, we got this relationship going on. Oh yeah, we can write a story about that. Yeah, yeah. How much?" And they negotiate a fucking person, put it in the fucking paper or put it in the fucking on the website or some shit. Like, what the fuck, man? That is not even news. Who gives a fuck about your relationship? But it's also pushing out there that the whole wickedness thing, man. Just promiscuity, just being pushed to ultimate maximum, and not honoring marriage and none of these types of things, man. No, this has just become a cesspit of fucking hell and death, right? That's all this place is, and you know you read it and you just you shake your head, you get fucking mad about it. You just like you're kind of pissed off because this is the world we live in, and this is what is pushed out there in the world, and it's all supposed to be okay. Like, we're all supposed to just come to terms with that, and So I was reading the article anyway, and just to see what the fuck they were talking about. Obviously, I read it. And they had a few comments at the end, and the people on the comment boards, they weren't with it. Someone defended them or whatever, man. But they're acting proud. Oh, we don't care what people think, and we know what works for us, and we're happy. Blah 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 blah. Right? And obviously this woman, you know, she's alright. You know what I mean? She got a a boob job done, and whatever. But you know, it's just it's just what this world promotes, man. Because Esau's in control, man. Because that you couldn't. If they, we was running the paper, and this is our world, we was running the paper, running news or whatever. One, that wouldn't even be part of the fucking news anyway. Because like, why is someone's relationship being put out there on the newspaper? Like, who the hell cares? Why do I need to know that? Why does anyone need to know that? That's private. Keep the shit private, right? No one needs to know that. That ain't news. That's not, concerning, important on any level, right? So one, it wouldn't even be in the news. But if it was in the news, right, you would be getting hunted down. Someone's getting hunted down. Someone's getting stoned to death, right? Because that's what the law would have said to do in the scriptures, right? Especially for the woman, right? But it's just amazing. Obviously, like, we know this is the type of world that we're living in, but it is such a weird, bizarre, wicked place, that frankly we just had enough, man. Because it gets worse every fucking day. You know, and we can't wait for this place to be destroyed, man. Because it's like, that's not even the worst type of article you could read today. You know what I mean? But it's just posted there. There's loads of these fucking links, loads of these different types of links, and like just like that. On the scale of news, is unimportant. But it's what people feed into, man. They feed into all this bullshit. They'd rather read that than what's going on over there in Africa right now. With the whole coup and all that stuff, right? They do, because there's a lot of death and a lot of things going on the planet, like a lot of important things that are happening on the planet. But they would rather fill themselves with this bullshit, this crap, this gossip news or whatever, man, or whatever the type of news you call this. It's not really news. Okay, they'd rather consume that and be forever altered by Esau's wine that he's pumping out there. But anyway, let me get this on 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 6. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that should live ungodly, right? And so we've got these examples in the scriptures of what happens to nations, people, right, that become corrupt and become wicked and start doing things that are displeasing in the sight of the Heavenly Father, right? The Most High gets rid of them, right? The Most High gets rid of them, right? Because they shouldn't be doing what they're doing, right? And this is, just one case of what people shouldn't be doing, and like I say, Esau promote that stuff out there for others to be deceived by it and like thinking that it's okay to do. If it works for me, right? That's how she was going on. It works for us. That doesn't give you license to do it, man. Just because you feel like it's right for you. Well, there's still right and wrong to consider. whether you think it's right for you or not, there's still right and wrong to consider, man. And the Most High looks at it as wrong. The same if people becoming, people transforming and all these types of things. They're all wrong things. Man and man, woman and woman, they're all wrong things. Right? But this world is promoting these things like this is just like the new norm. Man. This norm is sick. It's deranged. Verse 7 says, and delivered just Lot. Right? We're looking to, because like I said, the Lord's going to get rid of these people, man, and destroy these nations, right? And we want to be delivered out of this place, man. We don't want to, share the fate of these people in these kingdoms, man. Right? So we want to be Lot in this situation, just Lot. Because we're the ones that are speaking against these things, man, because we don't agree. We don't agree with this stuff going on. Right? So, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Right? This place vexes us, and everything that we hear vexes us, man. Like, you have a conversation with somebody in the world, right? It will stay, on the straight and narrow for, a minute or two. And next thing you know, they're talking some bullshit, they're talking some madness, and you just don't want to listen to them no more. It was already hard enough that you started listening to them in the first place. Or they were talking about football or something. I don't know, whatever the fuck they want to talk about, right? Them things, yeah, as unimportant as they are, like, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it talking about. Okay, yeah, also beat Thingy the other day. Yeah, you think he scored? Yeah, cool, yeah, fine, isn't it? Right? That took a little effort to deal with, so fine. But when they start talking manners, you don't want to engage with this person, these people anymore, man. You're just like, what the fuck, And it's happened, man, because you could be around, around Jake and that, and your vibes in and that, because Jake cool, we're cool, right? And next thing you know, some madness comes out of his mouth, and you're just like, bro, okay, you went too far now, and now my mood's all fucked up now. I'm fucking pissed now. I'm like, man, like, I don't want to hear you no more. You might be at work or whatever, man. You just gotta kind of hold it down. You don't really want to fucking interact with the dude no more. But that's what it's like, and we can't avoid it no matter where we go. It's like we're just looking at articles and when we see that, and it's like, for fuck's sake, man. We're constantly surrounded by this madness, because it is madness. right? So yeah, we're vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. All right. It says, for that righteous man dwelling among them in seeing and hearing, right? Because we dwell among the wicked. This is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. We dwell among the wicked, right? In seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanliness, right? I said people just walking around in their own lust, man, doing what they feel like according to their flesh, you know. Because he's a manipulator of the flesh. He the one out here manipulating your desires and shit, man. You know, pushing all this sexuality out there, pornography and whatever. He manipulating desires, man. Fleshy lusts, right? And like I said, he's making people go fucking crazy and doing some weird shit. Convincing people that they need to, you know, change their identity and shit, you know. It's a madness. And obviously he out there in the schools and with the children, trying to convince them, you know, to become something that they're not. And, you know, he out there infecting and infecting everything, corrupting everything, man. Right? And it ain't right, man. It needs to fucking stop. Alright? This is so, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanliness and despise government, they despise rule, right? And not speaking of rule, you know, in terms of, you know, the governments we've got today, your politicians, man, because they all support LGBT, you know, they sit there fucking with rainbow badges and that shit, right? But the laws in the scriptures, they don't want to adhere to the scriptures and things that are right and wrong in the scriptures, right? Because we're out here telling you, man, but we're evil for telling you, you know, what's right and what's wrong, right? You'd rather, you know, believe and go by what Esau tells you is right and wrong, you know. It says, and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed, right? They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities, right? Which shall be dignities, powers, right? Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not rain accusation against them before the Lord, but these as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of things that they understand not, right? These people are just brute beasts out here, man. And they chat a lot of shit, right? They don't know what the hell they're doing, man. Just beasts. And you know, you try and tell them that, man. You know, the rights and wrongs of things, man. They don't want to listen to you, man. They want to wild out. They want to double down. You know, tell us we're hateful, or you know, that's, you know, what we're telling them is archaic, or whatever excuse they got. You know, it says they shall utterly perish in their own corruption, right? And that's what's going to happen to these people, man. Just the same as what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, and we can't wait. It's Romans chapter 1 verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections. Even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, right? A woman is not meant to be with a woman. Okay, a woman was made for the man. Okay, a woman was made to bear children or bear his seed. Right? That's what you were made for. To be a helpmeet unto your man, unto your husband. But now we're being told by Esau that, oh, a woman shouldn't have to be you know, under a man. Or a woman don't need men anymore. A woman can do everything a man can, so we don't need a man no more. You know? Oh, fuck men altogether, man. We just get a woman. You know? They're emotionally intelligent or whatever the fuck they want to talk. You know, Esau just pushing so much fucking garbage out here, man. And these women are eating it. You know? And they're losing their damn fucking minds. Unhappy more than ever. You know? Stuck on fucking antidepressants and shit because they're getting old and got no fucking children, got no husband. Because they thought the path that they wanted would have led them to happiness, but it don't. You know? But instead they're ultra masculine now, fighting with men. And men don't find them attractive anymore, or appealing, or wanting to settle down with them. You know, whose fault's that? Well, he's supposed to blame, but then part of yourself for fucking accepting the bullshit. Thinking, you know, thinking you was going to change some shit, man, for the better. When things were alright as they were from the beginning, as it was set up to be, it was fine in the beginning. Alright? It says, Likewise, also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust toward one another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. Okay, same with the men. Inordinate affections, man. Okay, Esau putting it out there like that's normal now. Before it was a disorder, but now it's not. Or we have a better understanding of it now, and we was wrong to classify it as a disorder, and now it's just love. Fuck off, man. This is and even they, as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, they didn't want to remind themselves of the things that are written in these scriptures, man. The things that were right and the things that were wrong. Because there's a law here, But people don't believe in God anymore because he's sort of, coming with his bullshit science and making most people believe in his science, man. He's been out here trying to disprove God. Oh, Big Bang and ice ages and billions of years ago and then this and that. He sort of got you gassed on that shit, man, when there's no fucking evidence of any of that shit. Alright, this is yeah, so even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, right? The Most High is, go do that then, innit? I'm gonna destroy you though. I'm gonna destroy you, but go do it. You ain't with me, go do it. Right? Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness. Right? There's a lot of jealousy and envy. People want to take what others have got. Full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents. And Esau, he's doing that, man. He's making, the children disobedient to parents. He's taking the power away from the parents to discipline them. So it's made them soft. It's made them, inept at controlling their children. Now their children are telling the parents what to do. Right? So parents have had to become softer and come more in line with their children. Right? It's made parents soft and weak. Made them get on the bandwagon of some of these movements, man. Having to accept their children for what they are and to love them, support them, and without bringing any fucking reality checks on them, man. Because if they did, then they get demonized. They get put in trouble. Because he's sort of protecting these children that are, thinking this different, these specific types of ways. So you as a parent can't even say shit, man. You can't even do nothing about it. Because otherwise they'll take your children away from you, man, or lock you up. And you get put in the fucking news and say, oh, these parents were horrible they're abusive to their children because, he wouldn't let them have a reversal. Wouldn't let them make the swap or whatever, man. It's fucking madness in this place, man. This is without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, impassible, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them, right? So like I said, they're using all these bullshit articles and putting them up on the on these news sites or whatever, because they're promoting others to do the same, right? Because the more it's put out there, the more normal it seems, or there's people like me that I'm not, you got people out there that might feel a particular way, but they're scared to do it because people will look at me strange and that, because it is fucking strange, isn't it? So yeah, you're right to fear, right? It's a good thing to fear and not do it. But when people see more and more people like that, it encourages them to do those things also, man. Right? And that's the next thing you know, you got an exponential shift in wickedness, man, because people are just jumping on it like, oh wow, You know, there's a whole fucking community of them now, and they all feel comfortable around each other. Because she even mentioned that in that article. Oh, we found other people like us, and you know they're really welcoming and all this kind of stuff. So they've been made to feel good. They're made to not feel ashamed about what what they're doing, man. But they should, because it's wickedness. So the more Esau pumps this sort of stuff out there, the more acceptable it becomes in society. Okay, it's an enabler of wickedness, and that's what Esau promotes out here. Encourages others to do more wickedness, and that's why the world is becoming the way it is, man. That's why it's getting worse, right? Because where does it end? Where does it stop? Wickedness can only increase. Wickedness has been increasing, right? And that's going to lead you to your Sodom and Gomorrah moment, man. It's fast approaching, man. It's fast approaching. All right. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." Okay, we're living in perilous days. "For men shall be lovers of them own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy." Right? Again, everybody's obsessed with themselves, man. Vanity is at an all-time high. Especially with these women. All right? Become selfish. Right? It says, "Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despiser of those that are good." Right? So like I said, we're trying to, tell you the right thing, tell you the things that are good, man, and you just straight up hate us for it, man. Because you want to be the way you want to be. Fine, innit? But just know that the fire is coming. Okay, and you will be in it. Alright? Don't say you weren't warned. It says, "Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God." High-minded, you self-importance, man. Right? Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Yeah, that's hella true, man. These people don't care or think about God. They're right here fulfilling their lust, man, fulfilling the needs of the flesh. Beyond all things. Beyond all things, man. They need to please that flesh. They truly are under that Luciferian doctrine of do as thou wilt. That's this place. Okay, corrupt. Right? So having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Right? We don't want to be dealing with these people, man. This is Genesis chapter 6, verse 5. "And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually." Because people, this was them, prior to the flood, right? But in this time, again, all these people's mind is on pleasing the flesh, man, fulfilling their lusts, right? The thoughts of the heart of his heart was only evil continually. It's wickedness. All these, all this want, all this, going after pleasures, man, is evil, right? Because they have no control. It just becomes greater and greater and worse, man. All right, that's all that's on their mind, pleasing the flesh. And like I said, it leads to that wickedness, right? It says, "And it repented the Most High Yahweh that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord," right? So again, just like Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah, in that situation, he was delivered out of that place. Now Noah, of course, was the one that was delivered in this time, okay, with his sons and their wives, right? So, but Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord, and this is what we ultimately want on this side. We want to be the Noahs and the Lots that receive salvation from the Lord, rather than being destroyed with the wicked of this world, right? "These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence," okay, as it is this day. Okay, corrupt. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. Okay, you've left the ways that you were supposed to, operate in. You know. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Right, so the Most High is going to bring a judgment against them, right? And there's a second destruction coming, which is the second death, which is going to be of fire, right? Because the Most High already promised that he wouldn't flood the earth again, okay? But he never promised there would be no other types of judgment, okay? And this one's going to be with fire, all right? One moment. Let's grab this. Is 2 Peter chapter 3, and verse 10 says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." Right? This is the second death, the second great judgment that's going to come upon the earth, right? So seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right? So Lord going to bring fire upon this place, man, and destroy the wicked out of it. Okay? It's Isaiah 5 and verse 20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil." Right? Because like I said, things are being turned upside down right now because of Esau and his philosophies, his doctrines that he's pushed out there in the world. Right? So people believe in these things to be good, and the things that were good are now evil. The old ways, the traditions, man. They're deemed as evil in this world now. Right? So that's why when we speak now, people don't want to hear us, man. Okay, people wanna come against us and what we're saying. But when we speak about, against their things that we deem to be evil, man, they'll defend it because they believe it to be good. Women's rights and all this kind of madness and LGBTs and all this stuff, right? Because Esau said it's good. So they're defending Esau and his ways, man. His image, right? So it says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." And I'm going to read on. It says, "Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle strong drink," right? And, form of this wine is these philosophies, right? And they've consumed all this wine, all these philosophies, man. Right? Verse 23, "Which justify the wicked for reward." Right? So, yeah, you're speaking good of the wicked and evil things because Esau's promoting them. Because, you're going to get favor for doing that. Right? It's same with the whole, CV9. Right? You had all the celebrities promoting it, right? To go get, go get your doses. Right? Because that was in line with what Esau wanted, right? It was in line with what he was wanting, what he wanted to promote in the world. Because anyone that spoke against it now was deemed to be evil, right? So they were endorsed to go up on online or on these adverts and say, yeah, go get your doses and keep everyone safe, to make you feel like, oh, yeah, you know, your favorite celebrity is endorsing it, so therefore it must be okay, right? Well, it's because they're down with Esau in his world, man. All right, so yeah, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. All right, so all these people that, you know, band together with Esau and his ways and his philosophies, man, they're all wicked, man, and they're all going to be destroyed with him. You know. So I'm going to close out with this. This is from Matthew chapter 13 and verse 41. So the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity. Right? And when the Lord returns, right, this is what we're waiting for. Okay, the Lord is going to deliver his elect. Right? The angels are going to go out there and deliver the elect from the judgment. But those that remain, they're going to gather up and burn them, man. Right? This is all those that offend and them which do iniquity. Verse 42 says, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. Okay, that great judgment. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Right, so that's what awaits these corrupt and wicked men. You know, thinking everything's all fine with what they're doing, and they think it's okay to go out there and push that energy and those vibrations out there to others, man, to corrupt them. Okay, we're sick of this place, man, because the wicked just multiplying around us, man. It's unavoidable now. You see moles every damn fucking day, you know, with long fucking pink hair and a skirt, some stupid shit. You know what I mean? See it all fucking day, man. On the TV. That's why the TV don't turn on too much, man. You know, but you know, I watch the odd series here and there, and they've got them up in the series and that. You know what I mean? It's just like they're almost unescapable, man. You know, they're just fucking everywhere. Evil is multiplying all around us, man, and it's got to stop, man, and it will stop. But we just gotta wait upon the Lord, man, to come and do what He said He was gonna do, man, and you know, put these guys to the fire, man. You know, or in chains. All right. So, you know, with that, I'm gonna say shalom, Lord, this is edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So, till next time, I say shalom.